The subway train was out of control and about to crash into the station, but the man stood still on the tracks. Not only was he unharmed, he ended up stuck to the windshield. The driver's eyes widened in shock. The man slid off the train and started running. Even the speeding train couldn't keep up with him. In just 2 seconds, he reached the end of the platform. He quickly spotted a fire hose cabinet on the wall. He broke the glass and pulled out the hose, then wrapped it around both sides of the tracks to build a makeshift barrier. The people nearby had no idea what he was doing until they turned around and saw the runaway train. That's when they realized something was wrong and started running. But the man stood with his arms outstretched at the end of the track. He was planning to stop the speeding train with his bare hands. And thanks to the barrier he'd set up, he actually stopped it. But how could he do that? Turns out he had a superpower. He was actually an alien. He'd been hunted since birth. While escaping in a spaceship, he accidentally landed on Earth and was adopted by a kind couple. He just wanted to live a normal life. But his enemies tracked him down. They fired a brainwave signal at him to summon him for a meeting. He had no choice but to go. At the meeting, the enemies demanded he give up his power in exchange for his life. But he knew if they got it, they'd take over the world. So he turned to leave. The enemies ordered their men to surround him, but nothing could hurt him. He broke free and escaped. Then the enemies captured his girlfriend. They built a robot copy of her to trick him, and it worked. The fake girlfriend suddenly attacked.
Que a ti te va ese rollo, A mí no me va mucho. Bueno, también es verdad que nunca lo he hecho, pero porque no lo he probado, Lo mismo lo probamos y mola.
He realized it was a trap, so he smashed the robot with one hit. But by then, the real girlfriend had already been taken. He used his power to fly straight to their base, but they had set a trap. Loud noises blasted from the speakers. He collapsed in pain. In the nick of time, he blasted a hole in the wall with his power and escaped with his girlfriend. They thought it was finally over, but the enemy came after them in a giant robot. Seeing no way out, he decided to fight back. He blew a freezing breath from his mouth. The robot froze over completely. Then he flicked it with his hand and shattered it. Crisis averted, and he and his girlfriend finally lived happily ever after.